Hello, it's Nat. I realise I haven't actually updated my vlog weight loss thing for quite a long time. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, yeah, she fell off the bandwagon. She didn't lose any more weight. She probably piled it straight back on again. You'd be a little bit right, but not entirely right. You see, what happened was I did the alternate day diet until May last year. Lost weight, as you know, even though I didn't update the video diary for a while. I was still doing it until May. I lost some more weight. I don't know how much, I haven't got a clue, but I lost a bit more. Then we got an offer on our house because it was up for sale in May, and 2nd of July last year we moved house. So this is our new house. We've been here for a year and a week or two. A year and 8 days. And when we moved, you know what happens when you move house, your boxes are all over the place, your cutlery's all over the place, you've got no food in necessarily because you've kind of eaten everything and you've left it all at the other house in the bin, or you've given it to relatives, neighbours, whatever, anything to avoid packing tons of food, right? So we did that. And we started eating takeaways again, and we'd get in the habit of sitting there on an evening, great big bag of Doritos between us, just alming these Doritos, watching a film. And my weight kind of went up, it kind of went a little bit more up. And I didn't quite get to the 14 stone 3 that I was at the beginning of January last year when I started the alternate day diet, but it did go up. I don't know how much it went up by. I was too scared to stand on the scales, but it did go up. Anyway, enough was enough. We got to November and I thought, right, okay, Nat, you fat pig, you need to lose this weight. So we both decided that we were going to start calorie counting, and we did. We've been calorie counting since November. I've been steadily losing weight. But my stomach didn't shrink. You know, I told you at the beginning of my weight loss back in January 2010 that I didn't know whether my stomach could go back into shape because of having had the kids. It didn't go back into shape at all. I've had physio on my stomach, I've been to see a surgeon, I've spoken to my GP, nothing's worked. They've all agreed that the only thing that's going to help is having surgery. So the doctor has said that the Primary Care Trust will fund me having a tummy tuck with muscle correction, because at the moment my abs, which are supposed to be like this, you know, like a six-pack, like that, mine are like that. They're like two bananas, like that, big hole in the middle. I can stick my fingers into the middle of my stomach, right the way in. It's quite freaky actually how far in it goes. And my muscles are just on either side. And if I do like a little mini sit-up, you can feel them kind of crunching around my fingers, on either side of my fingers if I push into my stomach, which is kind of freaky, a bit disturbing. Lydia thinks my belly is very, very amusing, which is great for her. Just, you know, Mama's belly is hysterically funny. Not so great for Mama though. So basically the Primary Care Trust has said they're going to fund me having a tummy tuck with muscle correction surgery if I can get to normal BMI. I don't have to be like in the middle of the normal BMI range or the bottom or anything like that. Just the very, very, very top of the normal BMI range, so 24.9, and then they'll fund me having this surgery. So for my height, I'm 5'4", really average kind of person. The BMI that I need to get to of 24.9 will be at 10 stone 5 pounds. I'm 11 stone 1 pounds. As of this morning, I was dead chuffed. I've actually lost 3 pounds in 2 days, which is just awesome. I've got 10 pounds to go then before I reach normal BMI. I think the last video that I put up on YouTube, I was 12 stone 9. So since then and now, I'm exactly 1.5 stones lighter than I was then. So yeah, you'd have been right thinking that I did fall off the bandwagon. I did a little bit, but I've completely made up for it. I'm well on my way. For the past couple of weeks I've not just been calorie counting because I'm trying to give myself a bit of a boost so I can get this tummy surgery. So I've been doing Slim Fast. Not the alternate day diet though. I'm not going back to that. It did help with the weight loss. It's a great weight loss thing to do. I would recommend it if you want rapid weight loss, but it's a pain in the bloody ass. You sit there, you don't have any food for the whole day apart from these Slim Fasts, so you're starving, and then the following day you can eat what you want, but you get really depressed because you know that the following day you've got to have your slim fasts again. So somebody else actually has said exactly the same thing online, and it's completely true. You're just constantly miserable on it. You're slimmer but miserable, so I don't want to do that. But what I've been doing is just buying Slim Fast. I've been having a Slim Fast for breakfast, a Slim Fast for lunch, and a proper dinner. Like a nice, normal dinner. Not enormous, not like this big, just, you know, a normal sized plate, a normal sized dinner. I can hear my husband coming upstairs and he's going to take the piss out of me for talking into a camera. Oh, he's going to the toilet. I don't like talking to myself when people are around. I sound like a nutter. I'm not just aiming for normal BMI. That is my primary goal, is to get to 10 stone 5, the very top of the normal BMI range. Because then I can go back to the doctors and the doctor will give me stomach surgery. Not right there and then. It's like, hey doc, fix my stomach. Right! Whips out these great big knives. That would be a bit scary, wouldn't it? No, I mean he can tell the PCT that my stomach surgery can go ahead because I'm not the right weight. But ideally I'd like to be somewhere in between 9 and 10 stone. I'm thinking 9.5, I really don't know. It depends how it looks on me at the time. I've never actually been lower than 10 stone as an adult. I was 10 stone 3 when I was about 17, 18 years old, and I was completely size 12. And at the time I thought I was a whale, and now it's like, wow, well, you were stupid, weren't you? I would kill to be that size again. But if I'm 10 stone 3, that means I'm only 2 pounds off being the very top of the normal BMI. So if I put on like 3 pounds, then I'm automatically classed as overweight again, and I don't want that, because you want to be able to comfortably bloat by a couple of pounds without thinking, well, I'm going to be overweight if I put on any more. Alex is making quite a racket out there. If I could be a size 10 all round, that'd be lovely. I would settle for a 12. I'm at the minute 12 on top, 14 on the bottoms. My stomach sticks out quite a lot, so it depends where the waistband of the size 14s go. But generally I'm 14 in trousers and a size 12 on top. If I'm wearing a dress, it can be a size 12. I've got a few dresses that are size 12 and they fit me. This top is a tent. As I wore this when I was heavily pregnant with my kids. I'll show you, this top is massive on me. Look at this. Big, 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 big. And this was fine when I was pregnant. In fact, it wasn't too bad when I actually had the kids either. This is a size 22. These trousers, they fall down. I only bought these a few months ago actually. I bought them in January. These trousers, you can't see them. They're too low. They're just a pair of black jogging bottoms. And they're size 16 and they're too big. They're falling down now. My ring, I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that? That ring, it flies off my finger. If I'm doing anything, it just straight across the room, flies off my finger if I'm kind of gesticulating wildly. So I'm thinking about getting it resized, but there's absolutely no point getting it resized yet, not until I've lost more weight. So that's it. I will update you further when I've lost more weight. I'll try not to leave it for a whole another year before I update this video log. Chances are nobody will watch this anyway. So, is there actually much point in me putting it up? Well, you know, it's always good to have somebody else rambling about shit on the internet. Why not me? So there we go. That's that, and I have nothing else to say. So, bye bye.